Okay, it's day 112. What is it? No, day 172. 60 days right there. Maybe that's what I should start doing, backdating everything, so I'll be in sync with the news instead of 60 days ahead. But anyway, this is Loop Capital right here, 111 Jackson. Now that has nothing to do with the 111, the PAC ISI 111. That's no reference at all. It just happens to be 111 West Jackson. But as I was talking with Task Force about this, and Task Force, you can come around this side. I'll keep the camera up. We both were like, it's the centrifuges. And she said it about the same time I said it. I say, it's AQ Kwan with the containers sending the centrifuges. And who did you say?
Iran's.
Well, and Attar, right?
Right, Attar.
It's Attar. Attar is the guy. Look at the Gulf Container deal. It's the same people. Look at the Gulf Container deal putting containers. They even put the word tainer in the word. They're not trying to hide this. So, and what really ramps up with the Gulf Container deal is when Iran's centrifuges ramp. So, 2007, Ahmadinejad says he's got 3,000, only 3,000 centrifuges. Doesn't say where they got them from. They appear out of nowhere. Do they come from Germany? Who knows? I think they call them IR1, IR2, IR3. Then, all of a sudden, he says, oh, we got 10,000 in 2013. And then they all of a sudden turn on 5,000 brand new, state-of-the-art centrifuges. Where did he get those? Who approved those for sale? Now, Hillary at that time ran the DDT or DD, I can't remember, whatever, weapons of mass destruction type of thing. Now, Robin Gritz worked in anti-terrorism and weapons of mass destruction. So she's very close to this situation on the inside. Now, it turns out Deep Uranium and his echelon group is on the outside of this and can provide information and names as well. That's all I'll say at this point. But is this, to me, it's almost obvious because they get the 5,000 new centrifuges. And now look, in December of 2016, they turn on gas injection. Gas injection allows them with the IR8s, not IRS, IR8s. With IR8s, they can do uranium enrichment 20 times faster with the injectors. Like, what the hell is going on? Who signed this deal? You know, we know who signed the deal. Right. We know, I mean, Tasker is just saying, look, I mean, it's Al-Attar. I mean, you know, come on. I mean, the Awan's Al-Attar. And AQ Kwan, we know, has sold centrifuges to everyone wearing shoes. A lot of people not wearing shoes. He sold them through containers, through containerizing these weapons. Again, I'm not Jack Lew. I didn't do the 35-year no contract, no cut contract, no bid contract.
With Saddam Hussein's intermediary,
who was a nuclear scientist.
His nuclear scientist.
And then now the Argentinian nuclear scientist that gets run down in Chelsea also starts making me wonder. Mm-hmm. Now the gal who leaves in our border protection, leaves SES and goes works in border protection in Brussels, makes me think. Mm-hmm. All the Obama stuff that I witnessed personally with the fast planes and the fast helicopters and all that starts making me think about Brussels. Imran Awan sending stuff from the Port of Baltimore to the Port of Brussels with basmati rice makes me ask questions.
Right.
I think what's happening though is Robin Gritz has a huge network of folks that are out of the business now, but can offer and proffer information on the inside. We are on the outside, as I said before the other night, but law enforcement professionals at the state level, like that Task Force is aware of, are on the inside, as well as Robin Gritz's type professionals on the outside. What do you want to add to that?
Not a lot, except I think it's finding interesting that the same Iraqi nuclear scientist is now in the process of being prepared to buy the Port of Delaware.
Oh, Port of Wilmington.
Port of Wilmington. So it's like, at which point do we go? Enough's enough. They're buying all of our ports.
It's not just for shipping basmati rice.
Right.
It's for this weapons trade in one direction, drugs in the other, and. Yeah, how many? And didn't James Woods tweet out about that? I think James Woods.
Yeah, I think James Woods was. Several people have now tweeted out about that. Why in the world did that happen in the first place in Florida? And now he's going to buy the Port of Wilmington. How do we let that happen when we're still actually fighting overseas? But
and why wouldn't Trump be looking at the IR-8s being able to do 20 times faster uranium enrichment? This reminds me so much of Rick Klotzworthy standing next to the EB-3 rocket in North Korea. Somebody please explain to me, I don't care who works for Lido's Shuffle or Conceras or whoever the heck he says he works for, what the heck's he doing standing next to Rocket Man's rocket, right?
Right.
And isn't Iran the same thing, only for spinning uranium? I mean,
right. And I think Trump is looking at these things. I think that's why they're so pissed.
Now there's coming this week. We got a couple of things we're going to break.
Mm-hmm.
Robin told you directly. I heard her tell you that there's a famous journalist that at True Pundit, right? Thomas Paine will be tell the viewing audience.
Well, I don't know for sure. So
Okay.
I don't want to. Yeah.
All right. Well, I just think Thomas Paine. You'll know his name. I'm not saying it'll be his real name. No, it'll be his real name. I think you're going to know Thomas Paine pretty quick. Thomas, if I blew it up there, I'm sorry. And then the other big one about Andy and financial. Do you want to talk about that?
Just that there's some rumors about some things coming out about Andy and some financial. What do I want to say? What's the word?
Fraud? I don't know.
I'm trying not to be so direct, but maybe some financial struggles he's had throughout his life.
Well, and Jeffrey Sterling, I believe, goes to the same law school that Andy went to, and that's the Contractors International of America School of Law, Sheepskins. I think they've known each other for a long time. I think they worked the New York market. I think they worked the New York recruit market a long time. And we'll just leave it at that. Check out how closely paired Jeff Sterling is to Andy McCabe, starting in New York, 1999. And then, of course, after Jeff Sterling gets a big anti-fraud case, $32 million in 2009, he gets shivved in the back by Andy in 2010. Standard operating procedure with Andy.